Hey guys, Franco Charles with Empower Leadership. Today I want to take a moment and share with you the three things that can keep you discouraged. The three things that can keep you discouraged. And the longer these three things are ignored in our lives or pretend that they're not there or they don't exist, is when they begin to secretly grow in our lives. And we're finding ourselves that as we continue to move forward, maybe a big idea or great opportunity, or even pitching a sales presentation, you find yourself becoming trapped. And most of the times these things are hidden and we don't even know that they're there because we become comfortable. Today I want to share with you these three things so you can pay attention to these three things and pay attention to their growth in your life and eliminate them immediately. The whole purpose of this message, which I love sharing these messages, is to provide you with tools that will allow you to be aware, to be conscientious of what is happening so that you can stay empowered. Now, what are these three things that can cause us to be discouraged? You know, when your motivation is really drained, there is not much you can do. When your passion is zapped, and your energies are ebbing low, you can't move forward. You need to be empowered and need to be inspired in order for great things to happen. I strongly believe that in the seat of passion and desire is where great things become a reality. I want you to pay close attention to these three things as I give these to you today, and then decide to do the opposite. The first draining of your encouragement, that first draining of your passion and you staying empowered, is the lack of self-confidence. Now, we've heard about confidence before, confidence in God, confidence in other things, but most people, I'm telling you, have a challenge as relates to self-confidence. Someone once said that the things that you want is on the other side of fear. Fear is what fuels the lack of self-confidence. You no longer believing that you can do it. You no longer believing that you have the materials, the resources to make it happen. Sometimes this is because of our own self-imposed limitations. Listen, break the limitations today. Don't allow your limitations to challenge you. Challenge your limitations. And I want you to begin today to pay attention to the lack of self-confidence. Believe in what you are doing. Look at the evidence and the results and tell yourself, I can do this. Because as long as you stay in the lack of self-confidence, you're going to have major challenges with discouragement. The second thing I want you to pay attention to, not only do I want you to pay attention on lack of self-confidence, because confidence is what you need to allow you to sail through everything that will cause you to feel as though you're not qualified, you're not going to do it. The second thing you're going to need to have, you're going to need to stop overthinking things. Stop being an overthinker. Overthinkers, we tend to create things that doesn't exist and create problems that doesn't exist. When you overthink, you're allowing yourself to be stuck in a mode that will allow you to predict everything to be negative. Give it a chance. It hasn't started yet. You haven't done it yet. Just give it a chance. Again, overthinking is creating problems that does not exist. Do not do that to yourself. Do not torture yourself with worry. Just do it. You don't even know what's going to happen until you try. Overthinkers, you cannot overthink because it's going to drain and zap your inspiration. It's going to dim your motivation. And friends, I can tell you right now, you will not be empowered. When you stay in the mindset of overthinking everything, oh, this is how it's going to be. Listen, don't think of how bad it's going to be. Think about how good it will be. And then you'll begin to allow yourself to move forward. Now, the third one I want to leave with you today, as I'm speaking today about the three things that can create or cause discouragement, I want you to leave with this one today. The final one I want to leave with you is watch your mindset. Now, when I talk about mindset, I'm talking about perspective. I'm talking about how you view things. I like what John Maxwell once said. John Maxwell is one of the major leadership gurus, leaders of our times. And here's what he said. The way you view things is the way you'll do things. Now, you may think that The mindset does not have anything to do with discouragement. Yes, it does. How you're viewing everything right now is going to determine whether or not you're going to be positive or you're going to be negative. You see, you cannot produce a positive outcome with a negative mindset. If I can change my mindset, I can change my life. And haven't you noticed that when things begin to be in your mind that does not reflect your reality, you begin to get discouraged? It all starts here. That is why Apostle Paul, and I love Philippians 4:8, he said, think on these things that are pure. Think on these things that are lovely. Think on these things that are virtue. Think on these things that will boost your power to be able to stay encouraged as you continue. Let me say this real quick. As you continue to move forward, let me say this. The level of your mentality will determine the level of your reality. What you're going after right now is going to determine how you think here, how you allow self-confidence to be employed in your life, and how you have to avoid being an overthinker. Guys, I trust that this will empower you today. Listen, if this video empowered you today, share this with a friend. Continue to allow us to empower the lives of others and allow them to be able to maximize the fullness that God has destined for their lives. 3 things that can keep you discouraged, but you don't have to stay there. Until next time, you stay empowered.